Hi guys, and welcome to the third episode of F1 2017 Career Mode. And here we are for the Bahrain Grand Prix in Sakhir. Obviously round 3 of the season of our four-year career on F1 2017. And we are currently changing our some of our engine components, power units components, as our internal combustion engine was a little bit worn out after China. We decided to change the new one, and then the MGUH is also worn out as well, so we decided to change that. But I don't think we changed anything else. There was nothing particularly bad about most of these. The MGUK is on 64%, but that's not bad enough to be replaced at the moment. So anyway, that was some upgrade on the engine components. Our qualifying goals for the Bahrain Grand Prix: we need to qualify in 7th or higher, and we need to beat Esteban Ocon, our teammate, of course. So let's head to qualifying.
The cars are ready, the drivers are ready. We hope you're ready, as qualifying is about to begin here in Bahrain. And as we wait, poised for the start of what will hopefully be a thrilling qualifying, why don't you tell us, Anthony Davidson, about the things you can do to really get the most out of a car in a session like this?
Well, you're largely limited by the Parc Fermé regulations, of course. Back in the old days, pre-2004, you'd work on both a qualifying setup and a race setup over practice, and then swap them over after qualifying. So the race car was quite different at times to the qualifying car. Nowadays, though, you have to find a compromise that works for both. There are a few things that you can still adjust during the session, such as the differential, the brake bias, and the front wing angle, but that's about it. So it's more about optimizing what you do have and adapting your own style to suit the track conditions.
So here we are in qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and we are already going out on track because none of the AI really did a lap. I don't want to waste time doing that as well. So our teammate Esteban Ocon also comes out on track with us, and let's hope we can have a good qualifying. We had a very good race in China last time out, a wet race where we finished in 4th, almost a podium actually. We were leading the race at one point, then we dropped behind our teammate, and then we were battling with him for the entire race, which was nice. So we had a decent race in China. Let's hope we can have a decent weekend here in Bahrain. In the past, we had decent races at Bahrain. On 2013 and 2016, we had a good race at Bahrain. I think it was we had a win at Bahrain once on 2013, and on 2016 we had a P5 finish in the Haas in our second race for that team. We saw Esteban Ocon was just out behind the Sauber. I don't know which one. I think Berline. But now onto the final corner, onto the straight with DRS, starting our lap here in Bahrain. Here we go, coming onto the straight, coming down towards turn 1, and 320 kilometers an hour. This is obviously max fix, so turn 1 we don't hit the apex that much, but still made it into turn 1 second gear, and then through onto the straight now, coming down into turn 4, 7th and 8th gear. Up to turn 4 now, we shift down to 3rd gear. Our teammate Ocon is ahead of us. Let's hope he doesn't block us, of course, like he did a bit in China. Yes, the Sauber was indeed Pascal Wehrlein. As now, here we go onto the DRS straight. We're actually going to get a bit of a slipstream of the Sauber of Wehrlein coming into turn 11. He lets us through, so there's a nice tow from Wehrlein. Now coming into turn 11 now. Oh, we've hit the curb there and actually gone for an oversteering moment. Oh, that was a good save. And we just lost complete control. They might have blocked Wehrlein a bit there, but Wehrlein's probably on his outlap anyways. So that was a big mistake there from us. Anyway, our second attempt of the lap, now we're coming back into the pits. We'll do a lap a little bit later. But after that slide, a bit of a mistake hitting the curb, and that sent us into the path of Wehrlein. Not out, none of us got damage, but Wehrlein was a bit blocked, and I ruined my lap in the process. So, not ideal start to qualifying, but we do need to qualify 7th or higher. Just remember the objective. So, anyway, let's see what happens for the second lap. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, the F1 2017 qualifying sessions are really short. Let's hope for the 2018, trust me, F1 2018 is much better in terms of length. And then here we go onto the straight, down towards turn 1. Gonna brake into second gear, maybe just like last time. We completely missed the apex. Well, not completely, but we do miss the apex. Coming into turn 2, up to 4th, and up to 5th, 6th, and onto the short straight now, coming down towards turn 4. What's the sector split? We're going to be, no, not quite yet. We're going to shift into 4th gear into turn 4, and now coming down towards turn 5, the sector split. We are 1/10 up on Daniel Ricciardo, 2/10 up on Ricciardo. Come down towards turn 8, the braking zone's 3rd gear. Now we come onto the short straight once again. Coming down to the tricky braking zone of turn 9 and 10, the double left-hander. Braking into 3rd gear, into the apex, and now onto DRS, onto the DRS straight. Coming down towards turn 11. Just seeing where Verline got us a toe from last lap. Here we go, coming into turn 11, hitting the apex. Don't hit the curb this time, because we will lose a lap in that way. And now coming into turn 12, flat out, right-hander, 7th gear, and now coming into the next slower right-hander, 4th gear, and up to 5th on the straight. Sebastian Vettel grabs pole as a 1:29.9 for the Ferrari. And now coming towards the final corner, where are we going to be for the Bahrain Grand Prix now? 1 minute remaining in qualifying. Here we go with DRS open. Kimi Räikkönen steals pole with a 1:29.3. We cross the line with a 1:30.4, and we go 3rd fastest. So that's a decent lap from us, but we are a second slower than Kimi Räikkönen. And now, as we actually ran out of fuel at the end of qualifying, we actually dropped down to 6th by the end of qualifying, so we qualify in 6th place for this Bahrain Grand Prix. It's a very good lap. Maybe missed the apex a few times, but...
As we wind down from the excitement of
It's actually
qualifying,
Valtteri Bottas grabs pole position
Bottas, Räikkönen and Sebastian
for
Vettel.
this Bahrain Grand
It's
Prix.
time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
Valtteri Bottas grabs pole for this Bahrain Grand Prix by 0.013 seconds from Kimi Räikkönen, then Sebastian Vettel, Max Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo. Then we have me in 6th, and Felipe Massa 7th, Esteban Ocon in 8th for Force India, well, our teammate. Then we have Kevin Magnussen, Daniel Kvyat, Romain Grosjean, Nico Hulkenberg, Lewis Hamilton in 13th. Very terrible qualifying from him. Lance Stroll, then Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Jolyon Palmer, Stoffel Van Dorn, Marcus Ericsson, and Pascal Wehrlein at the back. 4 seconds off the pace. So a decent qualifying here in Bahrain. Let's hope the race can be a thriller, just like in 2016. I remember the 2016 race. Like there was a lot of action and a lot of slipstream, and there's just madness everywhere. Hopefully, in 2017 Korea we can have the same thing. Here are our resource points after qualifying. You get 67 resource points. Overachieved by 2 positions. The expected position was 8th. Achieved by 2 positions by qualifying in 6th. The rivalry update. We are ahead of Esteban Ocon still. We are leading it because we out-qualified him. And in the team approval, we passed our objectives, so we are getting closer to that purple score. As now, let's head now to the race for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
The curtain rises once more then on the desert stage of Sakhir as the players take their places for the opening act. Will they enthrall us like they did in 2014 with that titanic battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton? Well, we'll find out shortly as we get underway here in Bahrain. We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today, with 15 corners and 2 DRS zones into turns 1 and turn 11. That should create some good passing opportunities. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Bahrain has showed us many times in the past though, Anthony Davidson, that a good strategy will only take you so far. Beyond that, you need good racecraft and you need good consistency.
And a little bit of luck too, I'd say. This is one of those circuits where the safety car always seems to come out just at the right time to condense the field together and mix up the cars on different strategies. It's hard on brakes, it's tough on fuel, and the main overtaking opportunity is down into turn 1, where it's easy to outbrake your opponent and potentially have a bit of argy-bargy as well.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, and a Force India, Massa, Ocon, Magnussen, and Daniel Kvyat, Grosjean, Hulkenberg, Lewis Hamilton, and Stroll, Sainz, Alonso, Jolyon Palmer, and Stoffel van Dorn, Ericsson, and Pascal Wehrlein completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Great starting position for us. Let's see if we can improve on that in the race.
So here we are for the race, for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We start from 6th place on the grid. Our engineer said it's a good qualifying position, and he hopes to we have to improve on it in the race. So if you're wondering why I zoomed in on the intro there, that's for copyright reasons, because my China career mode race got blocked by the FOM guys for the intro there, the track details and stuff. I got blocked for that, so from now on in every episode I will zoom in like that to prevent copyright to prevent FOM from blocking. So yeah, that's really frustrating. Anyway, on the formation lap, behind Daniel Ricciardo starts 5th. Felipe Massa is behind us, of course, in 7th. And oh, we almost hit Ricciardo there. We almost hit Ricciardo, went for a drift and almost hit the rear of Daniel Ricciardo's car. That would have been awkward, because if we hit the rear of Daniel Ricciardo's car, we would have been removed from the formation lap. And we would have got cold tyres at the start, which would not be ideal. Anyway, we are lining up on the grid for the start of round 3 of F1 2017 career mode here at Bahrain. Let's hope this is a good race for us. In the past, it's been a bit unlucky at the start, and it's been good towards the end. So here we go. The guys are lining up at the back, and here we go. We are ready for the Bahrain Grand Prix, round 3 of the F1 2017 career mode. And it's away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We got a really bad start there, and Felipe Massa goes past us off the line, and Ocon and Magnussen are making it 3 wide towards turn 1. Ocon up the inside of us. We go up the inside of Max Verstappen into turn 1, but Verstappen holds it around the outside and keeps 6th place, so we drop a position into 7th. As now, that was a really bad start from us there, but now coming down towards turn 4, we're going to go up the inside of Max Verstappen into turn 4, and we get past him into P6. Ocon also gets past Max Verstappen, so great teamwork from the 2 Force India guys. As now Ricciardo and Felipe Massa are side by side coming down into turn 8. Are we going to take advantage of this battle? Here we go, it's battle for P4 in this race. And Ricciardo's gone wide there, and this is going to give us an opportunity coming down towards turn 11. We are right at the back of him. We got slipstream, and we go to the inside of Daniel Ricciardo. Coming down towards turn 11, we are wheel to wheel with him. Coming into turn 11, we have the inside line. Are we going to get past him? We are slightly ahead of him. Coming into turn 11, Ricciardo tries and bumps us, but now here comes Ocon up the inside into turn 13. Ocon has the inside and gets the move on the inside of us. Into 6th place he goes. A good move from our teammate Esteban Ocon. A great start from him. And he moves up into P6. Started 8th and he's moved up to P6. Past Verstappen and past Ocon. Or past me. Yeah, past Verstappen, past me. So a decent start, an exciting start to the race. As now we move on to lap 2 of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Coming down towards turn 1, we're going to go diving up the inside of our teammate Esteban Ocon, coming down towards turn 1. Ocon is the inside line into turn 2. We're going to get some good traction coming down towards turn 4. We're going to slipstream him. into turn 4. Ocon defends the inside, but now we're going to brake late and try and go around the outside of Ocon coming to turn 4. They almost make contact, but Ocon keeps 6th place on the inside. A good battle between the two Force Indias again, just like in China. An exciting start to the Bahrain Grand Prix. And Ocon having a nice battle with us. As Kimi Raikkonen is got the fastest lap of the race, he's still leading it. As now onto lap 3 now of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Nico Hulkenberg is on the back of us now with slipstream. And he goes to the inside of us, coming down towards turn 1 is Nico Hulkenberg, going to get the move into turn 1. Here he goes on the inside. No, he doesn't. Hulkenberg has failed to get the move. We hold it around the outside. So on lap 3, we're in 7th and still behind our teammate. Hulkenberg is trying to challenge us. And we get very close to our teammate there, coming to turn 4. And here is the replay at the start, here in Bahrain. Valtteri Bottas started from pole. It was a great start from Kimi Raikkonen, and he took the lead into turn 1. Very good start, a very bad start for Bottas, a very good start for Raikkonen. There's a bit of debris at turn 1 there. You can see Raikkonen took the lead, and then Massa and Ricciardo were side by side there. So it was Raikkonen who led, and then Vettel and Bottas were side by side. Massa and Ricciardo were side by side. And I went up the inside of Verstappen. Look at that move, that's good. I think Bottas held it on Sebastian Vettel into turn 8, so yeah, he did. So Raikkonen led from Bottas, then Vettel. And then Ricciardo tried to go on the inside of Massa into turn 8. It was a very good start. But now on to the end of lap 3 and on to lap 4. This Bahrain Grand Prix is Hulkenberg challenges again with DRS. Let's check a replay first of Lance Stroll in the Williams, and his front left tire is blown up there on the straight. What the hell just happened to Lance Stroll? His front left tire just got a puncture, just from nothing. It just blew up out of nowhere, and that has made the Renault of Jolyon Palmer get complete front wing damage, and the McLaren of Alonso, I think it was. He also got damage to his car. Meanwhile, back to the action now. Hulkenberg has DRS, and he's going to go to the inside of us coming down towards turn 1. Starting lap 4 of this race, Hulkenberg has the inside line into turn 1, and he gets the move into turn 1. A good move from Hulkenberg. But now Kevin Magnussen is going to try and challenge us coming down towards turn 4. Is he going to try and get this move? Oh, we get very close to Hulkenberg into turn 4 there. And now coming into turn 4 and into turn 5. Are we going to challenge Hulkenberg back into turn 8? We might be close enough. Let's see what we can do. We're going to go up the inside of Hulkenberg into turn 8, and that was a very good move. A very nice late braking move, and Magnussen also gets past the Renault of Hulkenberg. Very good move from us. Into turn 8, there a nice late braking dive bomb. And now on lap 4, our tyres, our front left's on 44%, and 42 on the rear left, and like 37 on the front left right, so we're going to go into the pits on lap 4 here in Bahrain. And we're going to change the soft tyres, I believe. Yep, soft tyres, yellow tyres, soft compound. And I don't know what the pit stop is. I never I always do the replay of the pit stop. The TV view of the stop, so I never know what the stop time is. And you can see there is the Red Bull of Max Verstappen ahead of us to turn 1, and we come out in possibly last place. Possibly last place, I don't know if it is or not, but it could be. No, it's not actually, 17th, because of the guys who got damage from Lance Stroll's puncture, Alonso, Stroll himself, and Palmer. So on lap 5 we are still in the soft tyres. Here we go, onto the straight. There are a few people in the pits now, actually only one person is in the pits at the moment. And here we go down towards turn 1, there's a Haas, that's Kevin Magnussen. And we're going to get ahead of him into turn 1, yes we are, we're around the outside of him. And we get past Kevin Magnussen there. So a very interesting race so far in terms of the strategy. We are a very interesting race. Some good action in this race. Good battles with Hulkenberg and with Ocon. And the first lap was exciting as well. So on lap 6 we are currently P16 after overtaking Magnussen out to the pits. Is now coming onto the straight onto lap 7 of the Bahrain Grand Prix. And there are a lot of people in the pits now. Are we going to get ahead of our teammate Ocon? Here we go. This is going to be very close. There's Hamilton out of the pits, Massa out of the pits, but there's Ocon into turn 1. And we don't quite get out ahead of him, but we get out ahead of Massa. We don't quite get out ahead of Ocon, so we're in P10 at the moment. Are we going to try and go for a move on Ocon to turn 4? I don't think we're close enough to go for a move, but we're certainly getting very close to the back of him. So we're in 10th place at the moment behind our teammate. We're going to stick behind him. I don't think we actually have the pace in this race to actually go for a move. You can see we're dropping back in a few corners. But we're gaining through the corners, but Ocon's pulling away from us on the acceleration and on the straights. So on lap 7 now, there are more people in the pits. We should easily get out ahead of them. We have DRS available. Interesting. And yep, they're easily out in P6. Yeah, in P6, and oh well, we broke very late there into turn 1, and we almost overshot the corner. Stay in P6. We actually gained a position to P7 before, I believe. So, yeah. I think Hamilton obviously started 13th. He's going for a comeback on me and Ocon. And here he goes now. Hamilton now has DRS coming down towards the straight, and he now is slipstreaming is coming down towards turn 1. Both have DRS, but of course, as Hamilton has one of the fastest cars on the grid, he's going to go past us, coming down towards turn 1. We're just not going to fight him, and we're just going to let him through into turn 1. We're not going to fight the Mercedes today, as they are so much faster than us in performance, so there is no point in fighting him. So we just gave him plenty of space into turn 1, and now he's just going to catch our teammate. So, yeah. He's just trying to catch our teammate now, but hopefully Ocon can hold him off for a few laps so I can catch up to both of them. Here we go, 3 laps later on lap 12. The race was pretty boring, but didn't have that much action for the next 3 laps. But now there is action as Hamilton has DRS. He's going to try and catch Esteban Ocon. Coming into turn 1, he's going to go on the outside into turn 1. They are side by side. Ocon is the inside line. And into turn 2, Hamilton is the inside line, but Ocon holds it around the outside. And Hamilton is slipstream once again. He's going to go to the outside into turn 4. Ocon, nice defending from him, but Hamilton is trying to go around the outside into turn 4, and he gets it done. Hamilton gets into 5th place in the Bahrain Grand Prix. He started from 13th, and he's now into 5th. That's in the replay of that move. Let's see, Hamilton had DRS into turn 1. You can see us behind, and he goes to the outside, into turn 1. Wheel to wheel through turn 1 and into turn 2. It was just too tight to go for a move there. And now slipstreaming to turn 4. They were side by side once again. And Hamilton just went straight around the outside of him. It was a very good move for the Mercedes. And that actually did make me catch up to them both a bit. And they were battling like that, so they actually did make me catch up to them both. So we go on to the final lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's been quite a frustrating race. We could not get past our teammate today. But can we get past him on the last lap finally? So Ocon's trying to lose some pace, I think. We are actually catching him a bit. As on to turn 1, Hamilton's pulling away from Ocon. Meanwhile, I think after some bad luck in the first 2 races of the season, Kimi Raikkonen currently leading the race. He is going to win it, I think. Because Raikkonen finished in P10 in Australia at one point, and he didn't even start the Chinese Grand Prix. He had an engine failure at the end of the formation lap. So it's actually good for him to get some good points today. So now here we go down towards the double left-hander. We are actually very close to Ocon. We were closer to him than we were in the second stint. This is the closest we've got to him in the second stint. And this is obviously the last lap, so we can't actually go for a move. If we had a few more laps, then we were done. As Kimi Raikkonen wins the Bahrain Grand Prix, he deserves some luck after the first 2 races, and he's got it. Raikkonen wins. And Ferrari take the first 3 races of the season. Vettel won in Australia and China, and Raikkonen wins in Bahrain. Ferrari having a great start to the season. And into the final corner, Hamilton will finish in P5 after starting from 13th on the grid, and Esteban Ocon finishes ahead of us and finishes 6th, and we finish in 7th across the
Top
line.
job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start
Could
of
have
the
done
weekend,
a lot
but you
better
pulled
in this
through.
race, but
Thank you.
7th is good enough. We got some
A great
6
win then
points
for the
there for our
Maranello team
championship.
today.
As for the 3rd race in a row, Ferrari celebrate the victory.
Anthony,
But
what do
for
you
the
think
first
made
time
the
this
difference
season,
here?
Kimi
I feel like
Raikkonen is the
consistency
driver
was
who has
probably
won,
the
not
key today.
Sebastian Vettel this
There's been
time.
quick,
It's
and then
actually
there's been
Ferrari
quick lap after
won
lap
3.
after lap.
So
If
the
you can
order
do
stayed
that,
the same
you
for the
can
entire race
capitalise
in
on
front.
other people's errors without making
Raikkonen
them
got a
of
good
your own.
start and took the
And
lead,
that's an approach
and
that can push
Vettel
you a
lost
long
out
way
to
up the
Bottas,
field.
and it actually stayed the same, I think. There's our nice helmet, made by
And
our
as we
friend,
can
of
see,
course,
it's time for
as
the
I said
podium.
last
And
race.
as the drivers make their
And
way
yeah,
out,
the order
there's a
did stay the
familiar
same
red
for the
suit
entire
making
race.
its way to the top
Raikkonen,
step.
Bottas, and
Fantastic
then
win
Vettel.
for Ferrari.
So, Raikkonen lifts up the trophy, sprays the champagne, but in real life, there isn't actually champagne in Bahrain, there is actually rosewater. Let's just consider it rosewater. So, it was not a
And after
really
this round of the World
exciting
Championship,
race here in
here's how
Bahrain.
things look in the drivers' table.
I hope
Well, the
for
lead
one,
at the
but
top
it
has come
wasn't
down
really
after a poor
one.
result for our points leader. And now
Because
I'd
we were
like
stuck
to ask
behind our
you,
teammate, we
Anthony
couldn't get
Davidson,
past him.
who was your driver
And
of
then
the day?
Hamilton
Oh,
passes
well, it's
for good
got to be
measure,
Lewis
so
Hamilton.
not
He
really
was
good race for
fast,
us.
decisive, everything
Kimi
you want from a
Raikkonen
top-class
has-
driver.
And here's how
One.
things are
Yep.
shaping up in the
Hamilton
Constructors'
got dropped.
Championship.
Yeah,
Ferrari
Davidson.
extend their lead
Well
at the top
deserved,
of the
actually,
championship.
13th to
There was
5th.
also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today
there-
as they make their way up the
there's
standings.
there's no better.
It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time, though, goodbye.
Kimi Raikkonen won the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's deserves some luck. Valtteri Bottas in 2nd, then Sebastian Vettel in 3rd, then Daniel Ricciardo 4th. Lewis Hamilton 5th from 13th on the grid. Esteban Ocon in 6th, then it's me in 7th. Felipe Massa in 8th, then Daniel Kvyat 9th. Romain Grosjean in 10th. Nico Hulkenberg, then Max Verstappen in 12th. Kevin Magnussen in 13th. Carlos Sainz and Stoffel Van Dorn, Pascal Wehrlein, Fernando Alonso, Julian Palmer, Marcus Ericsson, and Lance Stroll in 20th. After having that puncture on the first lap. And the driver standings, Sebastian Vettel still leads it by 29 points from Valtteri Bottas in 2nd, then Kimi Raikkonen in 3rd with 26 points, and Lewis Hamilton in 4th. We dropped down to 5th in the standings, equal with our teammate, look at that. We're equal with our teammate Esteban Ocon, who is in 6th, Daniel Ricciardo, then Max Verstappen, Romain Grosjean, Daniel Kvyat, Nico Hulkenberg, Felipe Massa, Carlos Sainz, Stoffel Van Dorn, Julian Palmer, and the non-scorers are Kevin Magnussen, Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Marcus Ericsson, and Pascal Wehrlein. Here we go with the constructor standings. Ferrari lead the constructors with 91 points, and they lead by 30 points. Mercedes in 2nd, then Force India up to 3rd, or down to 3rd, then Red Bull in 4th, then Toro Rosso, then Haas, and Renault, Williams, and McLaren, and then Sauber are the only team to not score a point so far in this season. And let's check our resource points after this race here in Bahrain. And for a 100% clean lap, we have 95 resource points, even though we lost a position compared to our target. And in the rivalry update, we are still beating Ocon despite the fact we lost to him in today's race. Team approval, we got +4, finishing 7th or higher, but we for -3 for losing to Esteban Ocon this race. Quite unfortunate there. For our career score, we got 4,374, which made us have 12,000. So that was a fairly it was a mediocre kind of race. And after this race, the teams are most interested in us Renault, Haas, and Red Bull. Maybe considering having a Renault drive for Season 2, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed today's Bahrain Grand Prix. Next race is in Russia for the Sochi Autodrome, where in 2016 we got our first podium, so it should be a nice race. Hopefully you enjoyed today's race in Bahrain, and see you guys next time. Please like, comment, and subscribe.